my guest at this time. He is in the main event in a mixed martial arts event in Knoxville, Tennessee. My guest at this time is Mr. Ron Fields. Ron, how are you this evening?
I'm doing good. Just got home from the gym. Got a couple more days of preparation.
So you've been fighting. So tell me about your opponent real quick.
Well, I don't know a whole lot about him. He's an officer just like myself. I think he's a state trooper in Virginia. I'm a deputy sheriff here in Cumberland County, Tennessee.
Okay.
He's the first older opponent I've ever fought. I've been doing this since 2002. I've got over 70 professional fights. He's got somewhere around 20, 25.
Oh, man. You know, I have been covering mixed martial arts and combat sports for 20 years, so a little bit less than you've been actually competing in it. But you've been a pro. Have you been a pro MMA fighter since 2002?
Yes, sir.
You're one of the few that, like, obviously that's a long time to be combat sports fighting, and you're one of the few that I've seen that probably is from the era that it was easier to get a pro card, so to speak, because you didn't have any coaches to consult with. Like I hear this.
Coaches, the promotion, the athletic commissions weren't involved. My manager, Monty Cox, at the time, he ran his own show, Extreme Challenge. I fought on many of those cards. So.
Because those were 2002. That was kind of the days, like you said. Nowadays you hear a lot of younger guys that are getting into this, or at least I have, because I do this. This is what I do, but it's like this kind of they have to kind of seek the approval of the coach first before they go pro. I bet you half a bag of potato chips that you probably consulted yourself to go pro. Did you not?
Actually, the Ohio Athletic Commission forced me to go pro.
Why would they force you to go pro?
They said I was hurting people and amateurs.
Maybe it's because I never fought above amateur, but I have never heard that before. That somebody was forced to go pro.
Yeah, it was. They said I needed to go pro because I had won all the amateur events that I could win in boxing, and then I ran into Monty Cox and just started with him for most of my career. And he got me in all the big shows: Strike Force, King of the Cage, Extreme Challenge, Icon, Super Brawl.
I knew that's where I've seen you from. I've seen you in Strike Force before.
I fought the Playboy Mansion.
Yep. I remember you now. I know who you are now. Okay. I knew your name looked familiar, and I followed Strike Force pretty heavily. And I told you, I've been covering sports, particularly combat sports, for almost 20 years now. And I do recall that was like in the mid to late 2000s, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, sir. And I fought D'Amico Vitale, co-main event.
That is a name I have not heard in a long time.
We fought a Super Brawl as well. So.
Yeah, well, I always liked him, and
yeah,
I will not lie to you and say I remember the fight. I just remember the card, so to speak. And the name.
I understand there was only two ever at the Playboy Mansion, so.
Yeah, exactly. Are you originally from Ohio?
Can
you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Are you originally from Ohio?
I'm originally from Dayton, Ohio, yes, sir.
Okay, cool. And you're based out of Knoxville, Tennessee now?
I'm in Crossville, Tennessee.
Crossville. I've got people. What is it about? Okay. Over the last 2 months, I have interviewed about 4 people that are either from Crossville or are competing in Crossville.
We have a lot of shows here. We've been doing a lot of shows.
There was a jiu-jitsu. I interviewed a guy about a month ago who was competing in jiu-jitsu in Crossville, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that was our show.
Yeah. Okay. Are you one of the ones that run it?
That's DJ Mackey. He runs the show and all the tournaments around here in Crossville area.
Yeah. We all know each other around the, combat community. So the name sounds familiar, but I I would have to do some digging and see if I know who that is for real. But
he's still coming up. He's building the show up pretty good. He's doing a good job.
Absolutely. So, have you fought? I mean, you fought in Strike Force. How many times did you fight in Strike Force?
Twice.
Who was the other opponent?
Let me look. Oh shit! That ain't gonna work. Where'd you go? There you go.
There you go.
There's been a lot of fights. Christoph Sosinski.
You fought Christoph Sosinski? Like,
I fought Jeremy Horn.
You fought Jeremy Horn?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, very cool.
Alan Belcher.
Yep. Okay. I know Alan Belcher is too.
I've fought a lot of top guys in my career. So.
I vaguely remember you now, and I'm glad.
Yeah, Ron Killingfields is my fight name.
Say that again.
Ron Killingfields.
Okay. Yes, I'll have to look that up. But I was just thinking of Christoph Sosinski and Jeremy Horn. Those are pretty. And obviously all the names that you named I'm familiar with, but Christoph Sosinski was in the movie Here Comes the Boom or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah, and of course Jeremy Horn's name speaks for itself. If you're a hardcore fan, he was one of the original three, to have a victory over Chuck Liddell back in the day.
Right.
Are you a 205 pounder?
No, I'm a heavyweight now. I'm 50 years old, so I'm just not cutting weight anymore.
Smart man.
My very first MMA fight was against Mark Hughes. So
is that Matt Hughes' brother, the twin?
Matt Hughes' brother, yep, his twin.
Yeah, I saw the dark side of the cage the other day, and I didn't know Matt Hughes' brother fought MMA. I thought he just wrestled.
No, he got into the UFC and everything after he beat me up.
I didn't know that.
Yes, sir. I guess you haven't read Monty Cox's book.
No, but I've heard of it actually, but I've never read it.
It's actually pretty good. It has a lot of good stuff in it.
Fantastic. So you don't know much about your opponent, but you're clearly the name. You're clearly the name if you're on the big card.
Well, I've got all the experience in the world. I've been fighting for a very long time.
Right, exactly.
And he's got heart and soul too, because he's been doing it a long time. He's old just like me. It's gonna be a fun fight.
What keeps you doing it after all these years?
I just love to compete. I love competition.
I think that's, as somebody who's covered sports, one of the things that always kind of brings a tear to my eye is these guys and they play like football and basketball and stuff like that, and they don't, they can't do it no more after like 10, 12, 15 years or something like that. And that's the one thing I do love about combat sports is that you can kind of accommodate where you are in your career, age, health, and what I mean by health is that you just said you wanted to be a heavyweight because you didn't want to cut weight, which is very wise. You probably shouldn't be cutting weight. I mean, as somebody, I'm not that much younger than you are, and I would not want to cut weight at this point in my life. And that's what I love about combat sports is that you can do this as long as you're accommodated with it.
Right. Yeah. And that's the only reason I'm even competing still. I mean, I have a lot of other stuff. I run a scuba diving company. I'm a police officer. I like to hunt and fish. So there's a lot of other stuff I'd rather be doing if I didn't have to, work on doing what I'm doing.
Well, you're in the right region of the country for that.
I know it. I love it.
I know it. You know what? I mean, honestly, I like Memphis, Tennessee, but if I had to retire, it'd be somewhere near your neck of the woods. But so let me ask you: do you have a wife and kids, or just any kids at all?
No, I have 5 kids: 4 adult, 1 8-year-old. 4 of them in Ohio, and 1 of them's here with me in Tennessee.
How surreal is it that the grown ones especially could watch their pops fight and are old enough to remember their pops fighting now?
Well, we fought on the same card recently. My 2 sons both fought on the card with me.
I wonder if that would be like I wonder if you hold a record or not. Like,
I don't know.
I need to look that up because that could be a record in sports. I mean, LeBron James just played with his son Bronny a year ago, and
Right.
I don't know if we've ever had a father son fight on the same cards sort of thing in mixed martial arts. It's happened in kickboxing before because I've seen it.
Right.
I've seen it. It was probably about 15 years ago when I saw that. But in mixed martial arts, I don't think that's ever happened.
That would be cool because my son and my stepson both fought on a card a few months ago with me, and then my stepson's fighting on this card in Knoxville with me. Someone interview him soon. He's fighting for the title and as well. So
fantastic. Well, that's what I do. I research things. I'm about to research that up though. That'd be a cool statistic. Who is the only fighter? Ron Fields and Baby Ron.
Well, it was Dylan Fields and Levi Hancock. Those are my two sons.
Okay.
We definitely have fought on the same cards together twice now.
Okay. Very cool. I love it. No, it's such a cool thing to hear that. What kind of let's just, I mean, the elephant in the room, obviously 50 years old, not very, I mean, you're only as old as you feel sort of thing. But what is it that you do differently now than you did? I'll even say as little as 15 years ago when you were 35, because 35 is still relatively young.
35 to 38 was definitely my prime. I'm much more patient now, though.
Mm-hmm.
Stronger, which is, I never really got into weight training until later in life.
Right.
And started hitting the weights harder, more disciplined now at an older age. Changed my diet, just things like that to stay in shape.
Do you still spar?
Almost every class.
I was just asking because Donald Cerrone, towards the end of his career, when he was on Joe Rogan, he said, "I don't spar anymore." And a lot of guys, I think that at that certain point in their life, they don't want to take a lot of damage. But I'm assuming you protect yourself pretty well.
I definitely hit them more than they hit me.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah, no, I spar almost every class. Kick, punch, takedowns, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah. So what about, let's see, what's your gym like? I mean, how many people train at your gym?
We average about 10 to 20. We're a small gym.
I came from a small gym, and Jeff Mullins was the head coach at the time, and he is one of the athletic commissioners. I don't know if it's like the commissioner or whatever, but in Las Vegas, he's like the main guy now.
No way.
Yeah. So, I mean, and Jeff had a gym that was no more than between 10 and 20 people himself. So
I like the smaller gyms.
I do too.
I've trained at a few other ones bigger, and I just never felt home.
I agree. Did you train at any of the names? I know I'm probably familiar with them, but what big name gyms did you train at?
Well, I've trained with Rich and them, George Gurgel, those guys in Cincinnati.
I met your strength and conditioning coach in 2009, if this is the same guy.
Who was it?
Yeah, I forgot his name. He was older at the time. He was probably well into his 50s and 60s back then. I mean, he looked like he was closer to 60 than he was 50. Real buff guy, like that stereotypical chiseled old man type look to him. But in 2009, they were doing an event here at UFC 109, and I covered the event. And George Gurgel was in the audience, or there was a local kickboxing match down the street from where the forum was having the UFC fight, but like the night before they were having kickboxing or something like that at the New Daisy Theater down the street. And I met George Gurgel, and I met your strength and conditioning coach, and he got pissed because I never recognized him. But I said, that's what I do. I've been broadcasting and journalism for, so that's what I do. And he goes, just don't tell nobody who I am. And I'm like, to be honest with you, I'm probably one of the few guys who does know who you are because you're not an athlete.
Right.
I didn't say that to his face. So we all fought. We were all managed by Monty Cox, so we all fought and trained together. We all fought on the same cards. We traveled the country together. It just
it was a good career. It really was.
Yeah, and Rich is not that much older than you, and I don't know about George Gershell. I haven't heard anything from him in like 15 years myself.
Yeah, he's only running his gyms in Westchester, Ohio, and he travels around to seminars, trying to make that money.
Right, I get it. He's a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt and had at the time he had 15 years of kickboxing experience and was not even 30 yet.
Yeah, so he's very good.
Yeah, I hated he didn't have a better record than the UFC. I feel like he overtrained sometimes.
He had a lot of that. Yeah, I agree. He fought good fights. He just never could get the wins.
Yeah,
I think his problem was he tried to stand too much. Personally,
yeah, that too. But I felt like he was like not necessarily conditioning wise fatigued or cardio fatigued, but more like muscle fatigued early in the rounds and stuff like that because he didn't hit very hard. I mean, He hit hard, but he just didn't hit as hard as I thought he should.
Well, I mean, why would a Brazilian black belt keep a fight standing for 3 rounds?
Yeah,
that's my question.
Yeah, no, I enjoyed that. I enjoyed meeting him. He was nice. He was nice to me. I was.
They're good people.
Oh yeah. So, I mean, how many pros are out of the 15 guys in your gym? How many are pros?
I'm the only one.
I figured. So you're kind of like top dog, basically the one that the guys probably look up to the most because of your experience. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah, but it's not always an advantage. I mean, it makes it hard to get in good sparring. We have to bring in people from other gyms to spar because I have too much experience for most of the guys I train with.
I know you know who Shoney Carter was.
Oh yeah,
Shoney Carter was a great fighter, but the problem was he was always top dog at his gym, so it didn't challenge him enough when he would get in there with guys that were just as good as in the fights, just as good as him towards the end of his career.
Yes, I know all about it.
Absolutely. I've always wanted to meet him, but I never got a chance to. But it is what just because of his personality and his just his reputation of having like 120 fights or something like that when he retired.
Yeah, it's impressive for sure.
What's your record?
35 and 1.
You've only lost one fight?
No. 35, 29 and 1.
Oh, 35, 29 and 1. Yeah, okay.
One draw.
Hey, nothing wrong with that. You fought some good competition.
Yeah, if you get a chance, Google my Tapology. There's a lot of names I've probably forgotten that are all made the UFC or not Strikeforce, but I haven't fought Pride, so had Pride fighters.
You can guarantee I'm going to look you up later. I mean, I do. Like I said, I remember your Strikeforce card that I remember because I believe it was co-main event, the one that I saw. So, but
yeah, he's the King of the Cage, Extreme Challenge, Icon, and Super Brawler, the big ones.
Yeah, I remember those King of the Cages too, man. Like they were the ones that I think Rampage Jackson, if I'm not mistaken, fought Matt Lindland on one that I saw.
I actually fought on a Matt Lindland card at the Rose Gardens in Portland.
Was that the one that he fought Rampage on?
I don't know. I don't think he fought that card. On that card, it was actually his card. He was actually hosting the show.
I'm gonna look it up. I mean, I'm gonna look you up.
Yeah, please do.
I will. So you don't have any social media right now, though.
No, I haven't had social media for 23 years. It's nice.
Oh man, you know what? That's probably why you seem a little bit more calm than most people.
Yeah, I don't sweat the small stuff, but you can't. No, I'm in law enforcement. You got to just relax and do your thing.
Exactly. I was just about to say the law enforcement thing. You've probably seen things that other things probably just wouldn't bother you anyway. Like, oh my goodness, my cell phone died for a couple of minutes. I got to go get my charger because I can't check my Facebook and Instagram.
Yeah, I don't worry about any of that.
When I was in radio, I had no problem with, when I was in radio, I had no problem with like not having social media and checking my phone and stuff all the time. Man, ever since the COVID and I had to switch to podcasting and stuff like that, now it's kind of, the bug has got me. It's like I have to, post all these things. Like when we get done with this interview in a day or two, because when's your fight? It's this Saturday, or no, it's on the 15th.
Next Friday.
Yeah.
7 days.
So what I'll do is that we'll chop down your video here into like between 4 and 5 videos, and I have to do that at certain times of the day, or else it won't be effective for promoting. See.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, I like his name. His name's Tony Father Time Horn. But unfortunately, Father Time will catch up with you.
Yeah, absolutely. This you said your opponent, right?
That's my opponent. His nickname is Tony Father Time Horn.
Because he's older than you.
He's older than me. First time ever I fought anybody older than me.
And the irony is that you're at the age where most guys have been retired for years too. So
yeah, I do 2 a days. I'm in the weight room in the mornings and at the gym at night. So
right, while maintaining a full-time job.
Well, yeah, and raising a child, so it's nonstop.
No, I get it. I mean, competing is something that you just can't give up overnight. You really can't. Imagine, let's say you were a chess player. The only difference is you can play chess until you're dead.
Exactly.
So
actually, I got a chessboard over there.
So it's just, so I commend you on like wanting to compete and understand why you want to compete. So matter of fact, last night I interviewed a guy that started mixed martial arts in his late 40s and is 53 fighting Saturday night here. So
that's awesome. That's him.
See, if you had interviewed with me last night, I would have probably freaked out like I did the guy last night. Like, you're 53 and you're fighting? What the heck is wrong with you? Now with you, I'm like, I've seen it already.
Well, the guy I'm fighting is 57, so.
My goodness. How long's he been? I wonder how long he's been fighting.
Supposedly since the same era as me, 2000, 2002, but he has only had 20, 25 fights. But back in my day when we started, we had tournaments and we fought more than one time a night.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Like I said, I started covering the sport I've been watching the sport since 1999. So I'm very familiar.
First UFC, huh?
Yeah. Well, one of them. Yeah. It was the first one I ever saw was like UFC in 1999. It was Frank Shamrock versus Tito Ortiz. So that's how far back.
Yep. I watched the first one myself. So.
In 93?
Yep. And Gracie won it all.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do it.
I saw it, but I saw it 10 years later. I saw it in 03.
I got a little bit of age on you. So.
Right. No, I mean, I'm 41. So.
You're 41?
I'll be 42 next month. So, I mean, awesome. We're not that far apart in age when you look at it, but at the same time, like, yeah, I get it. I mean, I was, let's see. I mean, I was 10 in 1993 and you were, you were probably, 21. So there you go. Yeah. I'm glad.
I started boxing when I was 18. So.
Not to ask a sore subject, but did you ever have any shots at trying to get in the UFC?
I had quite a few actually. I'd get, multiple opportunities and can just never get past that hump. Because those guys that train, that's all they do. They're not raising families.
Right.
They're always at the gym. I'm working full time, training as much as I can train, raising a family. I could just never get past that hump. But yeah, there was multiple opportunities at the UFC, and I just could never put together the combination. I'd get the 5-6 wins that were okay, but I had to beat that next level guy. And I just could never get past them.
I get it. I really do. So before I let you go, let's promote your fight. We should have did it at the beginning and the end. Let's do it at the end here. Where is it? What time is
it? At the Knoxville World Fair, Friday, August 15th, 6 p.m.
Where can I watch it?
On Millions.
Very cool. Very cool. And what is the promotion organization called?
Extreme Fighting Alliance.
Okay. Very cool. Y'all heard it there, folks. So Come here on millions.co. Watch it. I'm going to try to watch it myself and catch Ron. I'm going to try to catch Ron fighting. I'm, let's see here. Other than that, man, I appreciate you joining me. It's been nothing but a pleasure. And if you ever want to do this again, you ring me up, okay?
Thank you, Hank. Have a good night.
All right, you too. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Hank Russell. You've been watching the Hank Russell Invitation. You could have did anything else this evening, but you decided to join me, and I love you for it, and I appreciate you. Until next time, y'all have a pleasant day.
See you, Hank.